Hey, Sassy. How you doing? I'm skimming the story to see if this is stream safe. Trying to relax after the past few days? Well, I can certainly try to help you with that. What's the story? The story is called My Scarecrow Hasn't Been Scaring the Birds Away from the Crops from No Sleep. It's Chaos! I gotta talk to you, Chaos. I got something in my mind. Someone cutting me off while driving. Me. I hope you get caught by a cop. Somebody cutting off my girlfriend while driving. My girlfriend. Fuck you, your mother, and everyone in your all degrading you. Fuck your whole genetic line! Okay, that is the perfect execution of that line. I think your girlfriend might be a, Wolf and Fiery Rain fan. Oh, how you doing, dude? What's up? Oh, I've been thinking more and more about D&D. I don't know if you have time to DM for us anymore, but I was thinking of, reviving that whole thing up. Edgehead and I have been talking about how D&D works, and I figured that the three of us might have a meeting of the minds on, like, how you usually do things, if you still want to do that. That was the thing in my brain. I really hope that this isn't suddenly porn. This is Reddit after all. No, I think we're good. No porn, just questionable botany. Why is every 10th one about a scarecrow? You'll check your schedule? Hell yeah. I get you. I can't spell that word for shit anyway. You did a better job than me. Yeah, it's not even... The bird story is coming along, just gotta get a few kinks out of it. You do a lot more editing than I do. Well done. I gotta write more. After I wrote the other two, I got distracted by life. I could read this I just found in the meantime. Oh god. One of the titles of one of these is "My Wife is Perfect, I'm Just Greedy." I'm like, I don't know about that one, dog. Oh, this one's just fucking sad. Yeah, this one's just sad. Fuck. Alright. Y'all want me to read? Sorry. I got deep into checking things. Okay. Here, I'll do this. Ugh. This one is called My Scarecrow Hasn't Been Scaring the Birds Away from My Crops. From r/no sleep. Written by you/Kaz the Murphy fan. From 3 months ago. God damn it. I stand in front of my field, sighing, looking ahead at my crops. The corn, wheat, and vegetables I'd been harvesting and growing the day before had been eaten, destroyed by the birds. My wife, Jane, walks out of the house and gets next to me, tightening her robe. "What happened, honey?" she says to me as I continue looking into the field. I look back at her. "Damn birds must have eaten the crops last night," I responded, mildly irritated. I thought we put the Fuck me. I thought we put the scarecrow up for a reason, so our crops wouldn't go to waste to these stupid birds. I take offense to that. I look at the scarecrow, which is near the middle of the field. Jane puts a hand on my shoulder. "It's gonna be okay. We can just regrow them." She pats my shoulder as I let out a deep breath to control my frustration. "You're right, I stay silent momentarily as I glance at Jane. Tired. I kiss her on the forehead, beginning to walk into the field, toward the scarecrow. I walked into the field, moving the tall crops around, taking steady steps as I got closer. I take a few more steps before getting in front of the scarecrow, looking up at it. I shook my head as I gazed at its arms stretched to its side, its cut-in eye holes with no life in them. "Well then," I say up to the scarecrow as if I'm going to get a response back. "You didn't do your job, you straw bastard." I watched as the wind started blowing its hat forward, the old clothes it was wearing moving with it, flapping in the wind. I shook my head as I moved my hands up at it, readjusting it higher on its pole. It looked like it had slid down a bit. I was wondering if the birds could even see it, even if the crops weren't that tall. I searched the area to see if any birds were flying by, but I didn't see them. I stuck the crow at the top of the pole, making sure it stayed in place, before I walked out of the field and back into the house. Okay, I already have questions. First of all, what nocturnal birds are eating your crops? Because that's unusual. Second of all, if you have a scarecrow and there are no birds around and your crops are still disappearing, have you considered looking into bugs being the problem? Like, why are you convinced that it's birds? Alright, whatever. This is why I'm not a farmer. I stuck the scarecrow on top of the pole, making sure it stayed in place before I walked out of the field and back into the house. I snatched my car keys from the counter and walked back outside to my truck, preparing to go to the store and pick up more seeds, since I was running out. What did confuse me was that nearly overnight my crops had grown, and that just isn't possible. I use a good fertilizer, but it doesn't speed up the process. It struck me as extremely out of the ordinary, but I never thought much of it and considered it more of a blessing. Though I should have been more wary about it. If I couldn't tell already, me and my wife Jane lived on a farm. I'm fairly young, but I grew up on a farm with my father. Yeah, he passed away 2 years ago. Oh, motherfucker, what did I do? Computer's haunted. Sorry. On with the show. Fuck me. What did I... He passed away 2 years ago, and it continues to pain me to this day. Before, we lived in a suburban neighborhood, but we decided to buy a house on the farm after his death, so we could carry on his lifestyle and live a quieter life. We made it to our local store, which is about a mile from our house. I didn't really want to harvest crops, but unfortunately, the scarecrow was a piece of shit, so I had to. I got out of my car, putting my keys in my pocket as I walked through the doors. Upon walking into the store, I saw what seemed like a homeless man, shaking, moving around in circles near the baskets, mumbling something. It looked like he was on something, but I wasn't sure what. It unsettled me for a second, but I grabbed a basket and attempted to walk past the man. I wasn't able to, though. As I walked past him, going toward the aisle where the seats were, I felt the homeless man tap me on the shoulder. I was about to simply ignore him and keep walking, but didn't feel like being rude, so I turned around and faced him. His face was greasy and muddy, and his beard was scruffy, almost completely tangled. What is it? How can you be completely tangled? Is it so tangled that you can't possibly tangle it anymore? I'll let it go. He had nearly no hair on his head, and the little hair he had looked like it had been electrocuted. He was wearing a torn leather jacket. He continued shaking as I looked at me. "Can I help you?" I asked him, getting impatient. He doesn't respond for a moment, just continues shaking, looking around anxiously. He starts rubbing his body as if he was cold. Man definitely wasn't okay. "What are you doing here?" Eventually he says in a shaky, almost childlike voice, putting me on edge. I look around nervously, seeing people walk by, giving the homeless man disgusted looks. Oh, I didn't read that correctly. "What are you doing here?" he eventually says in a shaky, almost childlike voice, putting me on edge. I look around nervously, seeing people walking by, giving the homeless man disgusted looks. "I'm just here to buy some seeds, man. I'm trying to harvest crops." I hesitate before responding back. "What is this, Stardew Valley?" The homeless man trembles as he nods his head in silence, continuing to shake. "Why is that?" he says in the same shaky voice. I start getting more impatient. "'Cause some birds must have come into the field last night and ate most of the crops that grew yesterday. I was a scarecrow, but..." I stopped mid-sentence as I rubbed my forehead, resting my pinky finger on my right cheekbone. I couldn't believe I was telling this to a homeless guy who clearly had mental issues. I turned around to walk away before the man said something else. "Oh, I don't trust scarecrows. Not at all." His voice gets less shaky. It's time his voice was calmer and more controlled. I turn back after he says that, chuckling. Why not? I continued chuckling, looking at his face again. He wasn't moving as much now. In fact, he was almost entirely still. He was looking up at me now, with what looked like fear in his eyes. I slowly stopped chuckling, starting to get a little freaked out. "Because they can hurt you. They can hypnotize you. You can get trapped inside of them." he says in a slow, monotone voice. I nervously took a step back, his eyes getting wild at this point. Yeah, I believe you, dude. Nice talking to you, though, I say, turning around and walking toward the aisle where the seeds were. I looked behind me and saw the homeless guy was still standing there, watching me. He slowly goes back to what he was doing when I came in, shaking and moving around in circles. I breathed a sigh of relief when I was away. I was surprised he wasn't kicked out yet, since he seemed to be a bother to the customers. I won't bore anyone with the rest of that day. Most of it was spent harvesting crops again and making sure the scarecrow was adjusted enough for the birds to see it. I didn't want them to come through again and eat the crops for a second time. By the end of the day, I was exhausted. That night when I got into bed, Jane was already in bed, reading something on her phone. I got in next to her, pulling the blanket over myself. I saw her draw her attention from the phone over to me. I could have helped you, you know, she says to me. She'd asked me earlier if I needed any help harvesting, and I declined. You probably wouldn't be so tired. There's a lot of crops. I don't want you to have to slave out there too, I responded, getting on my side, facing her. Jane puts her phone on the nightstand, plugging it into her charger, and turns off her lamp. She gets on her side, facing me as well. I have a bad feeling about that scarecrow, she says quietly to me. I raise my eyebrow. It's just a scarecrow, Jane. It can't do anything to you. I'm suddenly Irish. I spoke quietly as well. Jane rolls her eyes at me. It doesn't seem like a normal scarecrow. I don't know, she says again. I start snickering as I kiss her. I run my fingers through her hair, putting an arm around her. And I know it's a little freaky to look at, but I promise you it's just a normal scarecrow. Nothing more, I reassure her. I trust you then, she responds, letting out a little sigh. Good night. She smiles. I smile back. Good night, I say as I close my eyes, drifting off to sleep. Next morning, I woke up at around 8 a.m. I looked to my side and saw Jane was still fast asleep. I rubbed my eyes as the sun began shining through the curtains, lighting up the room. I slowly got up, stretching, as I walked out of the bedroom and down the stairs. In the morning, the first thing I do is check on the field, make sure there wasn't anyone in our yard, and see how the field was doing. I slipped my sandals on as I walked out the door toward the field. I started examining the field closely, my heart sinking as I saw the crops I had just grown yesterday were already grown and eaten by birds again. I nearly started screaming in anger, but I controlled it as I sat down on the porch, sitting there a while, staring into the field. It didn't make sense. How are the birds eating our crops with the scarecrow? Was not scaring them away? Middle of my thoughts, Jane shortly came out, leisurely sitting beside me. I noticed her sitting next to me, and I looked down, scrutinizing the pebbles under my feet. How did the birds get to the crops again? She asked me, looking into the field. I nodded my head, signing frustration. Yep. I responded with no other words. I studied the scarecrow, staring at it from a distance, wondering what the hell was wrong with it, why it wasn't scaring the birds away from the field. Stand up, as I say. I'm going to give that scarecrow one more chance before I throw it out. I began walking into the field again, planning on seeing what about the scarecrow was having no effect on the birds. I wasn't witnessing birds coming into the field firsthand, but it was the only explanation at the time, because they're the only thing that eats crops. Okay. No. No. What? animals eat crops? Spiders, ladybugs, wasps, gophers, earthworms, insects, beetles, deer and raccoons, skunks, toads. Oh, skunks, toads, and frogs help the farmer by eating insects. I love the fact that you're perturbed by that, but not that the fact that his crops were magically growing and being eaten in a single night. You see, that part was addressed. He said, I have fertilizer, but that can't be it, but my crops magically grow. Like, he recognizes that that bit is magical. So I'm like, okay. I can suspend my disbelief there, but I will not stand for only birds eat crops, because fucking do you have any idea how many trillions of dollars are spent on trying to prevent bugs from eating farm shit? Nah, fam, I refuse the Deus Ex BS. That was that explanation. Yeah, like, I was also kind of like, that was really hand-wavy. Like, okay. How much money is spent per year preventing birds from eating crops? I'm not gonna get jack shit. Okay, hold on. No. Do we lose more crops to birds or insects? Very lazy writer, oh yes. Oh, the Google results of this just makes me sad. It's talking about how the bugs are disappearing and the birds are dying. Oh my god. Here we go. Birds suppress pests in corn, but release them in soybean. Birds eat 400 to 500 million tons of insects annually. Plummeting insect numbers threaten collapse of nature. Bruh. The birds are not the problem. Get rid of the fucking haunted scarecrow. It's clearly not helping. Are birds or insects more harmful to crops? Birds sometimes benefit farmers by suppressing invertebrate crop pests. Some birds eat. It may even damage crops during sowing, seeding, and ripening. Pesticides contribute to bird declines. Farmers that perceive birds as detrimental to their crops will take. Clearly, he's going after the wrong thing here. Damn birds eating all my magic crops that I harvest into the ground instead of sow. Right? I'm like... They don't even grow that fast in Stardew Valley. You gotta wait. I suddenly have, like, a serious craving to play that game. Anyway. Oh. I gotta swallow the wolfie annoyance. I gotta just get through it. I walked into the field again, looking at the eaten crops and annoyance. How the fuck you... Dude, if your field actually worked, you would just be the richest farm. Like, you would just have so much shit. I don't understand. Hard work and time I put into harvesting yesterday was for nothing. Wait. Just gotta watch the train wreck. How? Wait. Does this person know what harvest means? If you harvest the crops, you already have them. So, that won't be a waste of time. What? The hard work and time I put into harvesting them yesterday was for nothing. How? You got product! You sow, not harvest the seeds. Yeah. Hard work. You harvest crops, you sow seeds. What the fuck? Alright, he's using the wrong word and has been the whole time. It's really confusing! It's so confusing! Because he makes it sound like he sows the seeds in the evening and he harvests them in the morning. Which, first of all, there's no plant that works like that. Second of all, I'm not even sure that interpretation is correct. Alright. I'm just gonna admit that I have no idea what's going on with the plants. Alright. As I looked closer at the crop, slowing my movements, I started quavering in fear. Quavering? Oh god. This person has now the full wrath of Snake. Quaver. Quaver. Definition of a person's voice shake or tremble in speaking, typically through nervous. Oh, in a person's voice. He's not even using. He means quivering. I get it. Like I said, lazy writing, couldn't even be bothered to research the main topic. I mean, I could have done this better. I did do this better. See the scarecrow story I told 2 weeks ago. Anyway, as I looked at the crops, slowing my movements, I started quivering in fear as realization hit me. I'm not even going to put on the accent anymore. I just need reading comprehension. It didn't look like the birds were eating the crops. It looked like a human or something humanoid was eating them. Ah, you see? Blaming everything on the birds doesn't seem to work all that well for you, huh? I think back to the other day, wondering if it also looked like a human was eating the crops, but I didn't know. If this was true, this means someone has been going on our property and roaming through our field. I shivered as I walked out of the field. As I walked out, Jane noticed that I looked more frightened than before as she jogs up to me quickly. She puts her arms on my shoulders. I was still trembling as she looked up at me with worry. My youngest niece could do better and she's failing language arts. Yeah. Yeah, this is... Hey, I made sure that there was no sex in it. I didn't make sure it was good. Honey, what's wrong? She says to me, genuine worry in her voice. I looked at her as I point behind me in the field, feeling myself gulp, tightening my jaw. I'm not gonna pick on that. I'm not gonna pick on that. We're gonna pick on it, aren't we? Yup, we're gonna pick on it. Gulping is a voluntary action. So, unless he's dissociated right now, which he doesn't seem to be, you actively swallow. You gulp. See? I can do it on demand. Not rapid fire, though, apparently, because apparently it takes time for gulping to reload. You gulp. You swallow and it comes out as a gulp. You do not feel yourself gulp unless you're dissociated and you're feeling yourself doing everything. If you're tightening your jaw, you can feel yourself tightening your jaw. That's a little less voluntary. You don't feel yourself... Okay, I admit it. That one's nitpicky, but it still bothers me. The crops. I think some person has been eating them, I managed to say, almost regretting telling Jane. Why would you regret telling Jane? That's not set up. Why would you almost regret it? I don't know. I watch her eyes widen in fear. She passes her eyes at the field. Just hands him over. I'm sorry, chat. I've lost all respect for the piece. I'm just memeing on it now. Now I have to link it. So that somebody who wants a serious read can do it. But I'm fully in meme territory. I failed you, Chad. I'm sorry. Oh no. I watch her eyes widen in fear as she passes her eyes at the field. She just passes them. Okay. What? Does that mean somebody has been on our property? Jane says, clenching onto me tighter. I'll let that one go. That's fine, I'll let it go. I shrug my shoulders. It seems so. I don't know what the fuck it means, I say as I start walking Jane to the house. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it means. It's pretty much my response to this whole thing so far. I for sure do not want a serious read of this anymore. Rip it asunder. I will definitely rip it asunder. I am now making it into meme fodder. I say as I start walking Jane to the house. As we get into the house and close the front door, Jane lets go of me. Fear still remaining on her face. Okay, I'll let that one go. I talk again, semicolon, quotation mark, hey, it's gonna be okay. You could have just done a paragraph break. It would have been fine. Hey, it's gonna be okay. I'll harvest the crops again. I'll be more alert tonight, trust me. Trust me, comma, quotation marks, paragraph break. Chaos, don't you ever let me hear you shit on your writing ever again. I look at Jane's face. James's face. That's not me failing to speak. It says James's face. James's habits. I look at James's face, seeing the fear start to disappear, as she appears to be looking more comforted. Nah, I'm gonna shit on that too. You could have just said, seeing the fears start to wane, and appearing more comforted. Like, you don't have to say one goes down and the other one goes up. That's kind of assumed. Thank you, Sassy. Oh, boy. Seeing the fears start to disappear as she... I just hate the way that's phrased. I just don't like it. I look at Jane's face. How would I write that? I see the fear start to dissipate from Jane's face as she seems a bit more comforted. I don't like it. I looked at Jane's face and she seemed more comforted, and the fear started to wane. Even that's better, and I'm not super excited about that one. Whatever. The rest of the stream is Wolfie pure editing people's poorly written spooks. You're welcome, or I'm so sorry. I can be such a bitch when it comes to editing, but this person is making it way too easy. Well, okay, a little bit behind the scenes of, like, Wolfie reads or, like, Spooks time. Despite my inability to speak 90% of the time, while I'm reading, I will often autocorrect people's writing. Like, if I see minor mistakes, I will just correct it before I say it and be like, yeah, that's it. But then when it gets so dumb, where it's just like I can't get through a sentence without multiple errors, I start to get grumpy. And then when you don't know the difference between harvest and sow and assume all the crops, the only reason crops can disappear is because of birds and not, you know, insects or fungal infections or weather or blight or drought or disease or then you get Bitchy Wolfie. And Bitchy Wolfie is an editor. Yeah, I do that, but I still have to mess with them for it. Well, usually I'm nice. This person has broken the nice barrier and is now deep in Bitch Wolfie territory. Alright. Our cat's rolling around in the damn veggie garden. Right? Like, this person's deductive reasoning needs a little help. Because, oh, my scarecrow is not working. Okay. Have you turned it off and turned it back on again? I'm kind of joking, but kind of not. If you don't see birds in the area, what makes you think the birds are the frickin' problem? If somebody sees a cup lift off their table and get thrown across the room, they're not going to assume, oh yeah, it's the mice in my house that are doing it. You call a fucking exorcist. You get a Catholic priest down in that bitch and you exorcise the whole fucking place. You don't go setting mouse traps for your poltergeist. Rant over. I think you don't start setting mouse traps for your poltergeist is a quote now. It might be. Anyway. It's the damn birds again. A poltergoose. Okay, I'll subscribe to the poltergoose. I can deal with the poltergoose. I love that. I need to... Sassy, remind me to write something about a poltergeist. Anyway. Janes's face improves. I think I'm okay now. ... That's still just so ... odd. Comma, quotation mark, paragraph break. I don't know who needs to hear this. You never, ever end a paragraph with a comma. Basic shit. You can end it with a period, a question mark, an exclamation point. There are points in time where you can end it in a colon. Semicolon, I'm not sure. I'd have to think about it. Never a comma. Capiche? Capiche. Aight. Moving on. I know, I need to get the seeds again, because they randomly spout in a day. Looks like I'm working all day again to fix all the crops, because, you know, all they need is a little duct tape or whatever, because this person has no idea how plants work. I tell her, beginning to go to the garage. I heard Jane say something to herself, but I couldn't tell what she was saying. I didn't think too much of it as I got back to work on my imaginary farm that I thought up when I was high for the majority of the day. Harvesting the crops started to become a nightmare. I don't understand how you have crops. It was basically becoming an everyday thing now. Welcome to being a farmer in harvest season. Replacing them was even worse. Oh, how are you replacing? This is terrible. Oh no. Replacing them was even worse, as they were going to be perfectly fine and fresh. That sentence doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. It's too painful to carry on. I understand. You don't have to be a hero. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I got this. We were running low on food anyway. You're harvesting every day. We were running low on food anyway, so we really needed the crops to stay intact. But with the last couple of nights, it's certainly not only been annoying. But with what I figured out about someone or something eating the crops and not birds, it really made everything worse and more terrifying. Okay. So, is it eating them after it's been harvested? There's nothing about this I understand. Nope. When it was 7, I'm assuming that's the time, that was when I went up to bed and passed out. Instead of I passed out in bed at 7. Or I went to bed and passed out at 7. I had been working nearly the entire day on my magical farm and was already stressed enough. I was hoping the crops wouldn't get eaten tonight, and I hoped no one would come into the field at night. That thought was getting into my dreams that night. It was definitely at night, making me helpless in my own mind. At night. I woke up later at midnight to the sound of movement in the field and the ruffling of the crops, which you can somehow hear from inside your house. I didn't know what time it was. I woke up later at midnight. I didn't know what time it was. Okay. 12, 1, maybe even 2. 2 is not midnight. I didn't know, even though you stated specifically midnight. And I didn't bother to check, even though you stated specifically that it was midnight. Once my ears started paying attention to the noise, which you can somehow hear from your house, my heart started dropping little by little as I realized that something was in the field. I turned to my side to see if Jane was awake, to tell her someone was in the field, and not to panic. 'Cause that'll work. Jane wasn't in bed, though. Okay. I looked at the empty spot in the bed as I started to get afraid. Had Jane woken up first and gone out to investigate the noises? It seemed like the only logical answer at first, and I started getting worried for her safety. I got up from my bed and ran out of the room, running down the stairs and quickly getting my sandals on. Jane is in the field? Oh yeah. I opened the front door and stepped out, feeling the cool air of the night hitting my body, chilling me. Is it midnight? The world'll never know. I'm so sorry. I surveyed the property from the porch, didn't see anyone, and as I stepped off the porch, I that there saw... Nope, that's wrong. There wasn't any more noise coming from inside the field. Okay. Even with the silence, there was still a possibility that there was someone in the field and that Jane was in it too. And those people might be the same person, or they might not be. I went toward the field and walked in, paying attention to my surroundings. Oh, I would fucking hope. Okay, I'm gonna sidebar for a second. So, I just got back from a small vacation with my mom. And we Airbnb'd this little house on the Bayside, in Clearwater, Florida. It's near Tampa. And we were sitting outside on our porch, which, like, was basically, it led off to, like, a dock where people park their boats and shit. And so we were out there having lunch, and there's, like, a hedge and a gate between our property and the property next to us. And Mom and I are eating lunch. And randomly, this boy who's like probably 14, not older than 18, for sure. Like probably 14, 16. He just like shimmies his way across, like around the fence, like dangling over the water a little bit. Like, you know, he probably would have ended up in our property. And then he looks over at my mother and I, who are just looking at him kind of like surprised and confused. Not threatened, just surprised and confused. And he goes, "Oh shit, this somebody crib." And we nod and we go, "Yep." And he goes, "Oh, my bad." And he starts, you know, going back across from whence he came. And his parting words were, "I really should start paying attention." It took every fiber of my being not to burst out laughing, because the comedic timing was just... I really should start paying attention to my surroundings. Hey, listen, whenever my sister and my kids were in with me, every single one of them kicked the bright, cheap gold painted door stop that doesn't at all blend with the carpet. Wait a second. Every single one of them kicked the bright, cheap gold painted doorstop that does not blend in with the carpet. I mean, yeah, but like, that's low to the ground. I can kind of justify that. How do you ignore a hedge and a gate and the fact that there is another building next to your building? I can't begin to understand that. But I guess it's all on a spectrum. Alright, so there he goes. He's walking in the field, paying attention to his surroundings. As I walked into the field and looked at the crops, paying attention to his surroundings, I noticed that some of them looked slightly eaten. Just partially eaten. I sighed looking at them. They had been eaten again. But by somebody yet again. So that confirmed to me that someone had to be in here. That's how it was written. I didn't modify that. As I walked into the field and looked at the crops, I noticed that some of them looked slightly eaten. Wait, I just read this. Oh, as I continued moving through the field, I started calling Jane's name. Jane? I yelled out, hearing my voice echo throughout the field. What would it be echoing off of? The sky? Whatever. I'll forgive him for that. That's fine. I listened for an answer. Nothing. Probably not even my own echo. I took a few more steps forward, moving through the crops, feeling them poke into my calves. Jane? I yell out again, this time a little louder. Once again, no response back. The words just reverberate against something, with no outcome. I quickly got more worried as the thought of her being gone, or even worse, dead, started flooding my mind. I needed to see if there was an intruder in the field, because I knew there was I still needed to see if there was an intruder in the field, because I knew for a fact that there was. I feel the need to criticize it, but I don't know how. It got so quiet in the fields that you could hear a pin drop. Okay. I could barely hear the crickets chirping as I pushed through the crops some more. Ah, you see, you didn't think to blame the feckin' crickets, did you? I continued calling Jane's name, every time no response. I didn't sense any potential intruder in the field, so I started figuring that they had left, but still needed to find Jane if she was in the field. Okay. There's definitely someone here. Definitely here. Something is definitely here. I don't think anything's here. Okay. I started getting more scared as being in the field in the middle of the night was really getting on my nerves. That's just a really lengthy way of saying I needed to confirm that my suspicions were true. Yeah, like, instead he made it circular. He was just like, I needed to know this thing I already knew. And I'm like, okay. I got to the scarecrow eventually, bumping into it on accident. I grabbed it to keep from falling down and went around, stopping to look at it. It looked the same. It was still adjusted the same way, even though I just pulled on it to steady myself. In the same position, and the void and size were still there. As I admired the scarecrow, because this is completely the time for that, I suddenly heard what sounded like chewing coming from a few feet behind me, which, even though you were paying attention to your surroundings, you somehow didn't notice before. I whirled around to face the direction it was coming from, a looming fear falling over me. I didn't think an intruder would still be here, even though you clearly thought that before. But right now, there was still something eating my crops. Okay. I walked as quietly as I possibly could to the noise. And with every step I took closer, I started seeing a figure hunched over a crop. A single crop. Eating it. I'm not gonna roast him on the use of the singular crop. I'm not gonna do it. Because I might be wrong about that. A cultivated plant that is grown. It's still wrong. I started seeing a figure hunched over a crop. A single crop. Eating it. I started getting terrified as I didn't know who it was in the dark. Because apparently flashlights don't exist. My tranquil movement... Tranquil is not the word you meant there. Circumspect? Okay. Discreet? That's a word. Surreptitious? Methodical? Tranquil is not a single potato, right? Dude, am I wrong about that word? Tranquil definition. Free from disturbance, calm, peaceful, restful, reposeful, calm, quiet, still. He meant quiet, but that's not the right synonym for that. My tranquil movement, because I'm completely calm, continued as I got closer and closer, and as I got closer to it, the figure started getting more familiar. It continued biting into the crop as I took another step closer. And as I took a step closer, I realized who it was. It was Jane. Jane? My voice quivers in disbelief. Ah, now you know how to use the word quivers. I watch as Jane rapidly snaps her head at me, letting go of the crop. Her eyes were devoid of anything, almost like buttons. My voice quavers. Oh, no, you're right. You did use the wrong one. Okay, when I think of emptiness, I think of bottomless pits and dark rooms. Dark, empty rooms. I think of a starless night. I think of a blank stare. I think of the void that is in the eyes of a cadaver. I don't think of buttons. Well, buttons have thread through them. They're not even empty. Okay. Her eyes were devoid of anything, almost like buttons. She looked paler than she normally does, but everything else was the same. You know, despite the eyes that are buttons. I was too afraid to move, even though I was tranquil. I was stuck in place. There you are. I'm not saying that word. There you are, she says, forming a crooked smile. She takes a step forward, twirling her hands around. Twirling her hands around. Like a flamenco dancer? Or the same way that, like, somebody would helicopter dick, she's just doing that with her wrist. Like, what does that mean? I think of the subject lines of most of my emails. For blank, yeah. Twirling her hands around. Am I stupid? Like, well, if she was shaking her hands, they would just say that, right? Twirling her hands around. Whee! I don't know, man. I don't know. These crops are so good. You do a great job at harvesting them. Oh, really? I start stuttering as I try saying something else. Because we don't want to address how we harvest crops in this story. What's wrong with you? What's happening? I sputter out. Jane continues smiling at me almost menacingly. I swallow hard. I don't feel myself swallow this time, I just do it. Because you just do such a good job on these crops, and they're just so good. Is that a euphemism? Jane's skin gets paler, almost cracking, as the sky gets darker, even though it's midnight. I was still in shock, starting to get terrified of my own wife. Only starting to. But I think I know what to do now. What a wonderful feeling, and thought I had been getting for the past couple of days. I think that's from Jane. What a wonderful feeling and thought I had been getting for the past couple of days. Was this person's first language English? I think it was. This is a nitpicky thing, but I would have said, what a wonderful feeling and thought I have been getting for the past couple of days. Or what wonderful feelings and thoughts I have been getting. I tried to say something, but I couldn't form any words. If that were true, maybe the story would be better. I tried to move, but I was in too much shock and fear to do that either. All I could do was watch as Jane moved closer and closer to me. I think the scarecrow was a good idea, honey, she starts saying to me. And as she started putting her hands on me, I blacked out. I woke up in darkness. I didn't know where I was, and I didn't know how long I'd been unconscious. Hours, days, I didn't know. I didn't even know if it was 2 a.m. or midnight, even though I said it. I don't know how planting and farming works either. I tried to move, but I couldn't. It felt like I was restricted to something. I tried my best to move some more, but every time I did, I was held back. I tried to move my arms, but I couldn't move those either. As I got some feeling back in my body, I realized that my arms were stretched to the sides. I tried to move them down, but I couldn't. I also soon comprehended that I was above the ground, because that wouldn't be the first thing you notice. I was still in darkness. I couldn't see anything. I didn't feel fear yet, but I was getting anxious. Okay. I started to feel something poking into my arms and back. Something almost rough and sharp. It felt like straw. I soon felt my back up against something too, and my head was slightly tilted to the side. As I continued trying to move, my eyes started to see sunshine from ahead of me, but only a minuscule amount of it. I blinked a couple of times to see if I could see better, and while I was still in darkness, I noticed it looked like there were 2 holes in front of me. 2 holes the same place my eyes would be. I looked out the holes and saw nothing but crops and clouds in the sky. I tried to move my head, but I could only moderately move it. I'm not gonna pick on the word moderately there. That might be fair. I felt something covering my mouth, and it felt like a hat was on top of my head. That's really specific. As I looked out the holes, staring at the crops, it all hit me and I was horrified. I tried to scream, but no noise came out. It was as if my lips were stitched together. I was trapped inside the scarecrow. I tried swinging my legs, but my legs were restricted. It felt like they were nailed to the pole. The straws were poking into my skin the more I moved, almost cutting through my flesh. And the continuous screams I tried to let out never unleashed. If they were continuous, as much as my throat tried to make noise, it just never came out. Okay, so it was continuous, but it didn't happen. Alright. After what seemed like hours, I finally stopped moving and accepted that I was trapped, stuck inside the scarecrow of my new body. I haven't tried screaming since, and I just stayed there as a scarecrow should. I feel like I'm suffocating every second, though. I feel like the walls are closing in on me. I can only look at the crops, or the only thing I see. I barely see Jane, just crops. The only thing I see. Yep. Continuous unscreaming. Yeah. Sometimes Jane lets me off the pole so I can move around and go into the house. She never says anything to me and she still looks pale. My limbs always feel tight, my bones feel held back. It does feel nice for my arms not to be stretched to the side for a while, though. I managed to crawl, basically limp up the stairs and go to the bedroom, which is how I'm typing this out now. In an attempt to get some help, since somebody here can help me escape this hell. I'm tired of only seeing crops, the only thing I see. Yep, the scarecrow was coming apart of me, and it did something to Jane. I don't know how much longer I have before I have to go back to my place to watch over the field like a scarecrow should. I've already tried ripping the scarecrow off me to get it out. To get out of it with my now free arms, but nothing works. I'm practically stuck to it. I don't know how much longer I can live like this. It's getting harder to breathe. My head is getting tighter now. Whenever I move, it's like I'm experiencing growing pains with every step. Please let me out, Jane. Please help me. And now, Reddit comments. Dragonfly21804 says, I'm just trying to figure out how your crops grow overnight enough to be eaten. That's just crazy magic in itself. Anyway, I hope you get free of the scarecrow. Maybe try and find that old man. I think he could probably help you. Oh, the original poster says, I thought I mentioned how the crops were growing faster than usual in the near beginning. And I don't know how or why I didn't think about all of that until now. It's not possible, it's just weird. Wish I could check everything out more closely. I really should start paying attention. I went back and found the paragraph. I don't know how I missed that whole chunk. Thanks for clearing that up. Sketchy magic crops are not to be trusted. Says Lucky Prophet. If you really concentrate, says Tryuse, you can somehow communicate with the being in the scarecrow, figure out what it's doing. Oh, this is actual serious advice. Oh, and the rest of the comments are removed by a moderator. Fucking shame. Shame. Cowards. Alright, that was... Bless their sweet little hearts. Yeah. Oh, man. Do y'all enjoy this? Do you enjoy when I shit on things? Is that okay? I hope it doesn't stress people out. I know it stresses me out sometimes when I listen to people do it, but it's also kind of fun. Oh. Oh my god. I mean, you did say to rip it asunder. Yeah. You did. Holy crap. With stuff like this, I wonder if I should have gone back and, Well, my favorite illegal library was, taken down by the feds recently. And I'm wondering if I should have grabbed, like, the shitty, horror stories before it went under. But I guess when you have Reddit, you don't really need that, do you? But yeah. Rip Z Library. You were fantastic while I had you. I still have all my shit though. Oh my god. You've never even heard of it? Well, that's how it lived so long. Yeah, it was... So because I don't want to spend $50 for every article that I cite in my work, academics in particular get really good at finding how to get shit for free. And Z Library was a website that probably violated a whole slew of copyright laws. But it hosted all of these articles and textbooks and books for free. And you could download them. Like, there was a limit of how much you could download per day. And it was really big. It was really convenient. It was called Z Library. And it was kind of like this underground thing. Like, you talked about it in whispers, and like, if somebody was having a lot of trouble finding something and couldn't afford it, like, you'd pass them a link and say, like, you didn't get this from me, but here you go. And then I think TikTok happened. If that's the shit that should be free, why is the country so fucking dumb? I don't know. I think it should be free. I think information should be free. Of course, that's gonna affect the people who, like, get information, but as a researcher, I have to pay the journal to get published anyway. So if you pirate my article that I have written that is out in the world now, if you pirate that, that doesn't hurt me. It hurts the journal, who should be, like, I shouldn't have to pay to get fucking, it's all broken. But like, with commercial books, like, yeah, it's probably wrong, but like, I'm not spending thousands and thousands of dollars on all the shit that I want to read. It's just, I'm not gonna do it. And I can accomplish the same thing by going to a library. How does that even make sense? You're giving them your work? It doesn't make sense, it's just how it works. And apparently, like, I need to be published so that I can further my career, and I pay them to do the thing and get it out into the public. Which the public can't access it anyway, because it's behind a paywall, and people gotta pirate it anyway. It's just dumb. So Z Library was one of the ways that students and researchers and scholars and people who liked to learn and read could get around those financial obstacles. I've never been happier in my life to be a college dropout. Yeah, in a way, research just doesn't pay. Not in that way. But Z Library has been around for years. And I've used it plenty. But as I understand it, with the rise of... It's interesting, because this wasn't an issue before. In recent, I guess, months, there's been a lot of publicizing Z Library because of an application called TikTok. And apparently on this application, people were being very vocal about it and spreading the word about it so more people could use it. Now, while it's great that more people would know about it, it's a double-edged sword, yeah. Like, it's great that more people knew about it and could use it, but the problem is, if you say the quiet part too loud... Basically, if you're gonna do something that's kind of illegal, or not completely above board, shut the fuck up and do it quietly. You pass that shit through DMs. It's just what you do. And I'm just... The only reason I'm talking about it on stream now is because it's dead. Because the federal government... Like, I think copyright people got really angry about it. Because it's like, we're gonna lose all this money. How can you allow this to happen? And so the feds were like, yeah, I guess we're gonna shut this down. So they shut down Z Library. Which is a bitch. Because while there are other ways of getting a lot of the same resources, that was by far the most organized and user-friendly and reliable to use. Apparently, if you use, like, the Tor engine and go on, like, the deep web or the dark web, I don't know exactly which one, basically, if you do some of that fancy shit, you can still get to it. But I don't want to play there. There is some shit. That is not something I want to be involved with. I can live without it. I got what I needed from it. And I'm grateful for the time it was there. But not happy that it's gone. Yeah, fuck them, yeah. It's just... Kids are naive. Like, they see something good and they want to tell everyone about it. And, like... When I was growing up, it was don't talk to strangers. And now it's share everything with everyone. And I was taught if you're sneaking cookies from the cookie jar, you do it quietly. So... I guess they're learning that now. But they took away my library in the process. Feels bad, man. Guess I'll have to do things legally. Well, for some things. But, yeah. I saw a bunch of those, like, horror story anthologies on Z Library while it was up, and I was thinking to myself, should I get those? And I'm like, nah, they're probably garbage. And now I'm like, well, it was kind of fun to tear this one apart. Maybe I should have read the garbage. What are you gonna do? Something else is gonna blossom up in its place. Like, it's just gonna take a while and it's gonna take a minute for me to learn about it. But these things are very hard to kill. But I'm definitely of the opinion that you shouldn't have to pay to learn things. You shouldn't have to pay exorbitant amounts of money. So I won't. Especially if it doesn't even go to the person who wrote it. Yeah. I don't know how it works with textbooks and books and stuff, but with scientific articles, you can you can pirate that one shit I wrote in undergrad. You can pirate that all day and all night. It doesn't hurt me at all. Because I didn't even get any money for it. I had to pay to get it published. So I'll give that shit to you for free. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter. So with scientific articles, it's particularly egregious. Like that, I don't think they should have taken down. Because that's stupid. For, like, books, maybe. I'm sure there's, like, royalties. But then, like, how does it work when you sell used books anyway? You can only pay for it once. I guess it depends on why you write the thing. Are you writing it for money, or are you writing it to actually give people information? And I guess in the best of times it's both, but like, if the people who want to know your shit don't have the money to pay for it, then But yeah, that was taken down. There's still others out there, but that was the best one. Low-key want ice cream, but high-key do not want to get out from under my blankets. Ugh. Such is the struggle. If I were there with you, I'd just get it for you, but that means you would get ice cream at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know if you're down for that. That's not true. 2 o'clock in the morning. So midnight, according to this guy. You need to train your cat to get into the freezer. I think it can be done. I think it can be done. I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through No Sleep right now for birds. It's very hit or miss, but I expected that. The Language of Crows. I just finished reading that book. That's a good book, but that's not what this is. I seem to recall there being a No Sleep called Why We Knock, but I can't remember if it was good or not. The Language of Crows. I'm curious about this one. This one's from Easy Misery. Oh, this is disappointing. This is really poorly written. And it's long, too. Long story short, the girl turned into a bird. Yeah, this wasn't worth reading. Alright. I spent most of the stream being picky, and the other most of the stream shitting on the one thing I chose to read. They can't all be winners, chat. What we can do... Oh, it's already 10:19. I want to do some scription. You could do some scription. I can't seem to settle on anything. Hell yeah. Alright, let me pull out the Lambo. La da da da, la da da. Oh boy, here we go. That's confusing. I thought it was going to rain tomorrow. Oh God, okay. Shit. I mean... It's not... It's not good. I don't know if that was the right call. Now I can do this. That'll get me, dude. You're gonna generate a bone. Oh, that's gonna motherfucking hurt. I'm actually just gonna... Oh, it didn't even come to that. Okay. I'd rather know before I go. Oh. Ow. Shit. That's probably not smart, but I need to go this way. Okay. Sweet doot. And bring you... Doot. Play doot. Probably should have... That worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to. It is a little funny how my rabbit is unironically an attack card. But hey. I would really love a fire, but I'm not gonna get it. I guess I'll take the Lambo. That's a terrible idea. It's the rabbit from Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail. It really is. Well, we're gonna need bones now. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, we're gonna do duck. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. We're gonna grab the geck. There's actually no reason. Actually, I can... Oh, fuck. Well, you're gonna have... Yeah, you're gonna have to die. Oh yeah, that's not good. I can't believe that worked. That was a little dumb. you really suck. Okay. Well, I guess I have a wolf. This is bad. Okay, so you need to be stronger. This is not good. Okay. You're not actually going to be helpful. That's going to hurt like a motherfucker. That's okay. No, you're not actually going to help me. This is not good. I'm emotionally prepared to... Ow. Oh, fuck. Well, that was a miscalculation of epic proportions. I'm going to lose everything that I own. Ooh. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have... Ah, fuck me. To be fair, that whole thing was a train wreck. From start to finish. That was terrible. I only did one misplay. That just means I got screwed. And just to warm up, yeah. We got this. Well, this is interesting. I guess it depends on what I get. No, I definitely don't want to combine. I can combine later, but oh, this is bad. I could make an attacking kitty. That is something I can do. Oh, shit. I didn't count on that being a thing. Oh, you fucking cunt. Okay. There we go. You know, giving the extra hit to the toad might have made sense in a weird way. Alright, Sassy. 1, 2, or 3. Two. Okay. Okay, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. This just changes things. This isn't bad. This is not bad. It's not bad. Don't worry. It's not bad. It just I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried, but you know, it's not bad. Fuck. I don't have to put up with that for very long. Okay, you're gonna hit me for 1, that's fine, I don't care. We're gonna grab that, we're just gonna get this done. See, it's not bad. This is gonna be fine. Everything is going to be fine. Oh no. This might be bad. Oh man, I don't know what to do. You should have picked 3. I don't know if it would have made a difference. Okay, we're gonna put you there. We're gonna put the Gek there. Okay, you're gonna be a dick. That's fine. You're allowed to be. We're just gonna get a hella pelts, aren't we? Oh, no, not the rock. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. Oh. I thought that was the place where I could trade them in. I was mistaken. Yeah, we're gonna need that fucker. Oh, shit. Spiky Wolf. We can do that. That'll be fine. Probably. Oh, this is scary. I don't know about this one, dog. I don't know. Okay, come on. Okay, you're flying. You're spiny. That's great. That's awesome. That's fantastic. That's exactly what we like to hear up in this bitch. Thank you. You're gonna be there. Tadpole. You're just gonna chill for now. Oh, you were of no help. Oh, I don't know if I like that. We're gonna get another pelt for that, which is great. Oh, man. Okay. 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 Out of all of these pelts, I can only pick 2. Oh, fuck, I can only pick 3. Oh, God, you suck. Alright, so... I'm not worried about you. That could kind of be nice. I guess I'll get rid of you so that you're not a problem. I can still trade. Then I'll grab that, I guess. And, that, I guess. Why not? What the fuck? Why? I'm so confused. Okay, sure, I'll just do that. And, king for sure. All my spaces are full. Okay. I don't know how that worked out. I guess. I need to get to a pelt master. Oh, thank fuck. Okay. I could go for the goat. I don't have a Lambo, so that doesn't make any sense. I could go for the mantis. Mantis is pretty good. I'll go for the mantis. Okay, we're gonna get a rat from that. Okay. So tadpole's gonna be a son of a bitch, but could just do that. Alright. That's gonna hurt. Right. Oh, you're a dick. I can't afford that. I can't afford that either. Oh no. It won't matter. Okay, we don't want to do that again. Sure. I forgot we even had that. The elk is nobody's friend. Having a wandering rat is not the best thing. It's not the worst. I could make a mecha wolf. That is something I can do. Don't think I'm gonna need items. Yeah, I think this is the way I should go. Okay, rabbit, squirrel. I'm gonna grab you. You're gonna give me a boulder. Oh, I don't want to deal with that, but it's fine. You're gonna do doot. That's gonna be doot. You're gonna do doot. You're gonna do doot. You're gonna do that. I'm just gonna give you health. Oh, you dumb fucking. You're not the brightest bulb in the basket, are you? It's actually not the worst thing I could do. Maybe you should have picked 3. That was pretty scuffed. Alright, we'll do one more. Oh, that was just a banjo show of a game. This is a clusterfuck. I mean, I guess I could go for the adder. Burning coals heaped atop your head? No, no, no. Not for Sassy. We play favorites with Sassy. Okay, I was hoping for that because we're gonna need this adder to live longer. If he's gonna be worth it. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna do the squid. We're gonna do the cat. We're gonna do the cat over here. I'm gonna give this to the gag. We're gonna bump. We're gonna go. You don't hit that hard. Oh, that was dumb. I just burned through every card I had. Except for the rabbit. Alright, you're gonna be annoying in that sense. No, honey, I'm good. I could have another, but I probably should not. Well, I know what to do. Oh. Alright. This is a little stupid, but it seems to be working. Thank you. I need something cheap. Oh, not that cheap. Oh man, I can't use you for anything. That, I guess. Oh, boy. Yeah, I guess you're just gonna do 1 damage, which I guess is better than 0. Oh, you're gonna die. I'm gonna eat that. If this score... Okay, he can't. I still have serious concerns. Okay. Yeah, there goes the serious concern. I don't have cards that can attack anymore. This is terrible. You'll surrender? Thanks! I don't know if I can support a Lambo in my life right now. Better than the alternative. Victory by default is still a victory. Hell yeah. Alright, we're getting the Lambo. This is a mistake. I can't get another one of those, so I'm gonna have to combine. What on earth am I gonna combine? Oh, fuck can't, I guess. At least you attack. I don't think I can afford to go any other way but this way. Depending on what I draw here, oh boy. Yup, that's a thing. Okay. That should help a bit. I'm gonna kill you before you become a problem. I'm gonna just keep doing things. You're not extremely helpful, but that's okay. It works. It's janky, but it works. Could I benefit by anyone becoming stronger? I need someone worth getting stronger. This is a risk I am not willing to take. You're so expensive. Oh, but you're so powerful. Okay, who do we need to live longer? Probably you. Yeah, you're just gonna be really beefy. Well, we've got enough reptiles to last. So I guess this... Alright, this is the trapper. This could go south. This could definitely... Straight up deletes that guy. Okay. This appears to be working. This is the part that isn't gonna work. you didn't go in the direction I was betting you would go. That's a little inconvenient. You hit, but you don't hit hard. And of course there's Slammer Geyer. Great. Sam. I know what I have to do. Oh shit, it was gonna happen anyway. How does he still have... Oh. Okay. So I just need to make sure... That's fine. I don't even have to play any of these. It's a good thing we got the Lambo. The Lambo came in clutch. Cuck you easily. I don't know if I want to get rid of any cards. I could pass. Potentially. Oh, I've got sigils in the bag. Fascinating. Okay, so... I gotta go with the Raven. That's just so weird. Well, Raven can still get hit, so that's okay. We'll do the turn skippy dude. Better than the other options. Okay, who sucks? You suck. Okay. That's good. You're gonna be that way, that's fine. This is a scummy way of doing it, but it works. I have options. I can make stronger. Stronger might not be bad. I don't really need a totem. Go for more weird shit. That was a quick round. Yeah. Okay, sigils. There's nothing I have that doesn't have sigils. Oh boy. And oh my. Okay. Okay. Oh. This is an undying sacrificial lamb who can't get hit. Do I have any repeats? I don't. Do I want any? Not really. Okay, who do we need health? Your health doesn't matter. Him being beefy would be kind of cool. I have a lot of things that won't die. Okay, and I can have the best of both worlds. Oh, you're the infinite sacrifice. I forgot that I had that shit. We'll do that. That's awkward. That was weird, but I'll take it. Alright, let's grab you. Oh. That's not good. Well, both of those suck. Oh man, I did not make the good decisions. Okay. What do you do? You're just stupid? That's your job? Sure. I'll just have this to hurt. Oh, good. The Lammergeyer isn't gonna do shit for me right now. That's gonna hurt, but oh. It's going to hurt a little bit. Okay, that's not gonna hurt as bad. Like, okay. Okay. Is it weird? Absolutely. And now I have a bit. This game is weird. I could just... Oh. Oh, that is so weird. I could get more weird shit, but... Sure. I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. You're gonna get your ass right there. duplicates? No. I'll always take another cuckoo. This can get very ugly now. Alright, so we're gonna go you. We have all our items, there's no point in that. We're gonna dut, we're gonna dut, because that's gonna do. We're gonna do that. Oh, he's gonna hit me for a fucking bit, but that's okay, because we're gonna go do. I thought that was the adder. I don't know why I thought that, but I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought that was something that it really wasn't. And I was wrong. I was wrong. I have serious concerns about what I'm doing. This is really bad. I think I might have to do a little thing. Oh man. I might be wrong. I think I'm wrong. This tadpole will not help for shit. It really, really won't. Tadpole isn't gonna help. Neither is this. Yo, Haxer, what's up? Oh, this is terrible. This is real bad. Okay. Oh, that doesn't help. Oh, you're gonna... Okay, you're gonna be a bee. I don't like you. Give me a lamb or gyre? You can. That sucks though, because I can't afford it. Yet. I can't afford it yet. Oh, you bastard, you're not even gonna shield me? Oh, you piece of shit. We're just going to do this the old-fashioned way. 11. Yeah, there's no way you're going to withstand that. Man, that's two bosses in a row. Two bosses in a row, the Lambo cape and clutch. Oh, boy. Okay. I have a lot of reptiles. Maybe I just embrace it. I don't need another thing that's not going to attack. That's not gonna help. Well, the angler should really not be bad now. I don't feel the need to combine. We could see what more weird shit we can get. Let's see the weird shit. I have a decent shot of getting. Ooh, wait, never mind. Bones. Bones I'm guaranteed to fail. I should be able to get that, unless I get real unlucky. Oh, we're fine. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. Oh, wow. I have concerns. Bones, because we're gonna need that shit. Goes well, how are you? Who are we more likely to sacrifice? Reptiles, for sure. So we're gonna do reptiles and bones. How you doing, dude? Oh, shit. And then, oh, this is all fucked up now. Well, the worst thing that can come out of this is a rat. Which isn't that bad. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, this is about to get so fucking weird. Okay. Who's gonna actually hit me? You're gonna actually hit me. Yeah, I know. Managing at least? Hey, that's never a bad thing. I'm never gonna use the friggin' flying thing, so I may as well make the tree fly. Okay, so I'm gonna get this. This is a little broken. So I'm gonna grab you. Are you shitting me? I'm gonna grab that, and then I'm gonna grab. I can't do that. I'm gonna do this anyway. MIA lately, stuff is piling up and biting me in the ass. Hey, you know I'm always here when you come find me. I'm never gonna be offended. I know you've got a lot to manage. I know you're doing your best, dude. And your best will always be good enough for me. I could make this fly. I don't know. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't fucking matter. There we go. This is such a weird deck. Oh god. Oh, give me something that's not shit. Alright, I'll take that. That's not bad. I can actually pick up an item without clogging up my stuff. Oh man, you're just gonna give me more garbage. Okay. Oh boy. Oh, yeah, that could be dangerous. What does this worker ant do again? Oh, that's actually helpful. I don't know why I don't use that more often. Okay, who sucks? You suck. So you're gonna go away. I'm gonna do that. You're gonna go doot doot. You're gonna go doot doot doot. You're gonna... Oh. Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay. We're gonna do... Oh, this is not good. Okay, we're okay. Oh. Interesting happening lately that I may have missed? Not really. A lot of mahjong, not gonna lie. We're finishing up near slowly, but hello. Slowly but surely. Well, we know what we're obligated to do now. Put that fucker here. Infinigek. Alright, now we should be golden. No, it's pretty much been same old for me. My job's been kind of fucky, but... Oh, you might suck. Yeah, you wouldn't have sucked that bad. But this is not good. Oh, that's not great. I need anything but that. I'm gonna need Infinigek. Probably gonna need Infinigek, because Lord knows I'm gonna need those bones. And of course you're not gonna hit him, because why would you be helpful? Ah, this was a mistake, because now I can't put it anywhere. Okay, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna put this here. Oh, it worked. Infinigek! Yeah, that's my meta. That and the Lambo. Oh, Jesus. Okay. We're just doubling down on the reptiles. We're just doubling down. This is still better. Hopefully job stops being fucky, much better for everyone when it's fun instead. Oh yeah. My boss just decided he wasn't gonna do— oh, hi! My boss just decided he wasn't gonna do his job for a bit, so that was kind of a mess. Oh shit, I don't know. We can have this as an option. I'm gonna stick with this, but I'm questioning myself. No, he can't. So he got reprimanded, and now I have a new boss, but my new boss has no idea what's going on with me, so I have to wait for my new boss to get caught up, and so I'm just kind of waiting. Oh, jeez. Okay. Wow. This is gonna get fun. Why are they starting with the buckets? What the fuck? God damn it. Oh no. I've made a mistake. Oh shit. That's not gonna help me. I'm done. Wow. Okay. I think that's where I'll call it. That was pretty bullshit. That was, wow. I was set up pretty well for that, but I didn't expect the fish buckets right off the bat. I didn't even realize what they were until it was too late. I should have gone for the Lammergeier, but fuck. Whatever. We live and we learn. Yeah, it's like 11:26, so I should probably get to sleep. I've got some stuff to do tomorrow. In the meantime, though, do not eat or drink any questionable substances. Make smart decisions, do not die. Dying is absolutely forbidden. I will see all of you wonderful people at a later time. Damn buckets, you're right. Those buckets are never a good thing. Take care, guys.